For our augmented reality project, I decided to create a product that uses tattoos like QR codes and scans them to access information such as your driver's license, your ID, and even your vaccination card. The product concept was a very simple idea, making it that it's a simple 4-step process of finding the tattoo, scanning the tattoo, waiting for the animation to load, and then seeing the page of information. I started out my research by looking at multiple different augmented reality and virtual reality applications and designs. I then looked at how artwork could be manipulated and changed with augmented reality. I also started designing tattoo concepts which I could use on my final prototype. Whilst designing my final prototype, I wanted to get a good understanding of the human body, so I drew sketches of the human anatomy to show what part would best represent having a tattoo on that can be scanned. With mock-ups, I started by printing 3D models of hands, just so I could get a sense of what shape I would be working with, as I decided I would use the hand or the arm. The reason I chose the hand was that it was the most recognizable part of the body that could have a tattoo on it, so that people will understand what the product is actually representing. While conducting research, I came across an application called Ink Hunter, which worked on a similar concept as mine, where you would scan a tattoo or you would scan a simple face design, and by drawing these 3 lines on you, you can put any tattoo on any part of your body that you would like. These are just some of the designs I played around with in Ink Hunter. After looking at 3D models of hands, I decided I wanted to go a bit bigger and design a life-size model of a hand. So I used Plaster of Paris with alginate, and I painted it afterwards. However, Plaster of Paris absorbs moisture very easily, and so painting it was not very easy. By painting Plaster of Paris, it ended up just making a layer on top of it that was easily peeled off. And this is why I decided not to use Plaster of Paris in the final prototype. After seeing the Plaster of Paris mock-up, I decided I wanted to go into Cad and see how it would look. As you can see in the Cad design, I designed the arm so that it was hollow, to show how the final process of manufacture will actually be rotational molding. My concept is meant to be placed in a tattoo parlor, where it is easily accessible for anyone to take photos and scan the arm. Scanning the arm is very easy and simple, and it doesn't take long, as you can see in this 10-second step-by-step process video. After designing the CAD, I decided I wanted to go into making the final prototype. I went to A&T to get material 1, which is a very strong composite, similar to concrete. However, I did make a mistake in this molding process by making my hands have too much of an undercut, so the material 1 didn't get to the ends of the fingers, so it ended up cutting it off where there was a bubble in the mold. I also decided to 3D print the stand for the prototype, as it was the best way to indicate that this part of the product would be plastic injection molded. After making the 3D printed stand, I made the final material 1 prototype, and I sanded it down and filled in all the gaps to make sure that it was as smooth as possible for painting. After I finished painting the arm, I decided to draw the tattoo on it. However, the final manufacturing process wouldn't be drawn on, it will actually be heat pressed on with a vinyl. I was very happy with the way the project turned out so far. The final concept came out exactly how I wanted it, with a life-size arm as the final prototype, with an easily identifiable tattoo on it. I also made the jewelry that is placed on the hand of the prototype, as this can be added to any prototype which you need. Overall, I enjoyed the process of this project, and it was very interesting learning about augmented reality, as it's different compared to our other projects that we have been given. Thank you so much for watching, and please see my Behance for more on this topic.